welcome back, and welcome back to my weekly Shop My Stashes. I took a bit of a break over the summer with them just because I wanted to be able to give the palettes that I have picked each week a good shot at being used, and I knew throughout the summer that that would be pretty hit and miss. So I am back with Shop My Stashes again, and I will repeat this probably in every video. For those that are new, hello and welcome. My name is Leah, but what I specifically do for my Shop My Stashes is my eyeshadow palettes, my blushes, and my highlighters and face palettes and that sort of thing. For mascaras and lip products and anything else, I tend to just reach for whatever I think would look well with that look and kind of complete the look that I'm going for. So that is what I'm picking specifically. And also, all of my palettes are numbered, my eyeshadow palettes. They are all numbered, and each week I pick 3 through random number generator, and then I rotate through them, and I don't use another palette until I have gone through all of my palettes that I have in my collection. Currently I do have 113 palettes to work through, so hopefully I can make a good dent in it this year and get some good use out of these palettes. And as I've been going along since I started this in the spring, I have been taking palettes and, you know, those products that I'm not really enjoying, I am removing them from my collection as I go along instead of just holding on to them, because I don't need to do that. Clearly, I have plenty. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so I am using a random number generator. I am putting in 113, and I've seen people do this before. I don't know why, but they usually hit it more than once, so I'm disregarding the first one and we'll go with the next one. So the first palette that we have chosen is a number 31, and that would be, going back to my notes here, that is that is my singles eyeshadow palette that I have. There aren't many in there, but nonetheless that is the one that is picked. So we will also pick another one, and that is number 55, and that is the Too Faced Chocolate Gold. And the last one is 111, which is the CColor Cosmetics Savanna palette. So I am going to pick those now. This is where I keep most of my palettes, so I'm trying to remember which ones we had picked. I did have the single shadow one, which is this palette right here. And then there was the CColor Cosmetics Savanna palette. Where is that one in here? I think it's right here. This is it. Okay, where were we? Little parenting emergency. Child in bed, child gets sweaty, child starts to cry, child isn't happy. Need to fix that. Okay, why am I not seeing my chocolate gold palette in here? Where did it go? Did it get covered? Oh, there it is. It got covered, that's why. Here it is. And that's what that one looks like. Okay, so the chocolate gold, if you're not familiar with it, it's by Too Faced. It's dirty. But this is what this one looks like. The Savanna palette is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Safari palette, and it is all matte. So I actually think these two might go nicely together because there's more mattes to complement some of the shades in there. So that will be fun. It'll also be fun because when I have an all matte palette, I tend to use more of my liquid glitters and that sort of thing with it. And then this is a palette I got off of eBay. It's a magnetic palette. Don't judge the palette by how dirty it is, because we just had an accident that I never actually cleaned up, but it does have a mirror in it. And then these are just some of the single shadows that I've depotted and put in it. These aren't all my single shadows. I have another smaller ColourPop one that is full. But yeah, we have a lot of blues thanks to Ipsy, because for some reason when Ipsy sends me shadows, they usually send me a blue one. But nonetheless, that is what is picked for this week, so that's what I'm going to be using for my eyes. So now we can move on to blushes and highlighter. So all of my face palettes, which are mainly like blush palettes, but there's a few highlighter things in here. They're all in this drawer here. I do have a bunch of box blushes, or not blushes, highlighters in here as well. There's also more in another drawer, I think, but this is where these live. So what will I pick this week? Let's see. This is always interesting for me because I never know what to actually pick. I like that one. I like these. I mean, I like all of them. That's why I have it. You know what? I haven't used this one in a while, so I'm going to use this NYX blush palette. So I'm just going to pull that one. And this is where my blushes and highlighters and bronzers all live. Again, sorry for the squeaky chair. This is the way it is right now. And don't mind the mess in the corner. Okay. So that has a good selection of pinks and kind of plums and orangey colors. So I'm not sure what I'm actually going to pick for that. I think I might take this one because this is newer to my collection. Can't remember what that one looks like. Is that going to be exactly like those two? Yeah, you know what? No, I'm not, because that reminds me exactly of other stuff. This is hard because so many of them are so similar in that. Okay, I think I will do this Pretty Vulgar one because it is a little unique to the ones that are in the palette that I picked. And do I need to pick, really? Do I need to pick another blush? I got pink, I got plum, I got a neutral. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that for the blushes. I'm not going to pick any more blushes. That should be enough. But for highlighters, let's see. What do we got going on here? You know what? I have not used Amrezy in a while, so we will pull her out. And dun, 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 dun. I haven't used this Natasha Denona one in a while either, so we will pull this one. Do I need 3 or will 2 be enough? Huh. What should we do? You know what? I think those 2 will be enough. That way we can love them both equally this week. And yeah. Okay, so just so you can get a good look at what all of these look like, this is the Pretty Vulgar blush, and it is in the shade Make Them Blush, or maybe it's Hush Blush, I'm not sure. But this is the shade. It's a very neutral color. And then this is the NYX Sweet. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks palette. And we got a wide array of colors in here. We have everything from bright pink to more of a gold color to plum. Wide variety in there. We have the Amrezy palette, which just looking at this is just beautiful, but it's also beautiful on the skin. And then I have the Natasha Denona Diamond and Glow. I'm not a huge fan of this diamond powder, but this highlight here is very, very pretty. Not that you can tell from the shade swatch that I did, but it's clearly like a pinky gold blush, or a pinky gold highlighter. Most people would use that probably as a blush, but I use that one as a highlighter, especially this time of year. I can really pull it off. So that is what I'm going to be using this week. So again, we have the Chocolate Gold palette, we have the Savanna palette, we have this Magnetic palette which just has a few shades in it, but I am going to pull a bunch of these. This is where I keep, I only have these ones from the Stila, the little samples here, but I do have like full size from other brands. I have some Essence ones, I have a Milani one, I have some just glitter liners and that sort of thing. So I am going to be pulling from this as well this week too, just because I think it'll pair nicely with the Savanna palette. I really do enjoy doing that with some of the matte palettes that I have. And just for reference, this is, I'm not sure if you can get a good look at it, but this is where I store my, these are like the glitter palettes, these are my brow things, these are my mascaras that I have open, these are liquid lipsticks, these are like mini bullet lipsticks, these are mini liquid lipsticks and glosses, these are a bunch of buxom glosses, and this is kind of an overflow of some bullet and liquid lipsticks. These are things that I was trying to pan. I'm getting kind of bored of them now, so I'm going to definitely be switching that out soon. And then just another little variety of lipsticks. I don't have a huge collection when it comes to lipsticks, but that is what we have, and that is what I'll be pulling from. Oh, and then we have a couple of things. Oh, there's my body there. But yeah, we have a couple of things sitting along here, some nude sticks and Huda Beauty and that sort of thing. Again, that is what I am picking for this week. So excited to be back with Shop My Stashes. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fabulous week. Take care. Bye-bye.